Hi, this is Proxima. Today we'll tell you how the shrimp, which we all love so much and are already used to seeing in local supermarkets, are caught and processed. Your like and subscription will be very valuable to us. Let's go. At first glance, it may seem that shrimp is a common delicacy in countries that are located near the equator. But in fact, shrimp live in all the oceans and seas of the world. Therefore, among the habitats of shrimp are warm water, cold water, sea, and freshwater. There are more than 10,000 types of shrimp, and only 300 of them are eaten. It's interesting that their size can also surprise you, since the largest shrimp grows to 40 centimeters, and the smallest can be no larger than 2 centimeters. Of course, shrimp are very sensitive to the environment, and in order to continue to breed in adverse conditions, they often change sex. They're easy to catch with nets because shrimp always move in flocks. These flocks make sounds so loud that they can be heard by other animals in the water depth. Why are we talking about this? Because the way to catch shrimp is different from the depth of their presence. An interesting fact is that some freshwater shrimp from the Far East belong to the relic species. That is, to those species that, during geological changes of the land, remained isolated from all the other species that now live in a maritime climate. You might think, but why put so much effort to catch shrimp if you can just make a farm like with oysters? But not all shrimp can just be taken and grown in your yard. Deep sea species cannot breed in captivity. Also, a sharp change in temperature affects them so much that out of a population of 100 individuals, 2 to 3% survive. But they're adapted to salinity, since even freshwater shrimp are of marine origin, and marine ones tolerate such fluctuations well. A variety of tiger shrimp can be grown on farms. This species is large in comparison to others. Farmed shrimp are much cheaper than sea shrimp, as they don't sit in seawater and don't taste like regular shrimp. But if the farmer invests in technology and creates custom marine conditions, then these shrimp are indistinguishable from those caught in the sea, but their price will be more expensive. There are two commercial types of shrimp fishing, which depend on the habitat of the shrimp themselves in the oceans. The coastal and deep sea methods differ in the technology of catching, and each of them has its pros and cons. Shrimp, depending on location, can be larger or smaller in size. Shrimp that spent their entire life in deep waters and did not receive enough light will be much smaller than those shrimp that lived closer to the light in the water of the coastal strip. The coastal type of catch is simpler. You don't need to send the vessel far into the sea or ocean, and it's intended for those types of shrimp that are located near the coastal zone. The deep sea method is expensive and sophisticated technology. After the shrimp have already been caught, they're still alive, they're heat treated on the ship, boiled or frozen. This way, shrimp have better quality and are tastier. Cooked shrimp are exported and are much more expensive than shrimp that are caught in the coastal zone. But still, the question remains, why are shrimp from the coastal zone cheaper and lower in quality if they're closer to transport? It's all about technology. If the shrimp is first transported rather than cooked on the ship, it'll begin to die and deteriorate on its way to its destination. Such shrimp are lower in quality and lose the desired taste. Although they're larger in size compared to deep sea shrimp, but as a delicacy, the kind that gets heat treated on a ship is more valued. Okay, in general terms, it became clear that you need a sea or ocean vessel and nets. But what kind of technology is used to catch shrimp? Coastal type fishing accounts for 43% of the total catch quota, which is a very large proportion of the total catch in the world. For this industrial type, boats or small trawlers are used. Attach a cone-shaped net to the vessel. It's opened with the help of trawl boards, or in other words, metal plates. Such a net is held at the bottom by additional weights. The net's prepared and released into the ocean, after which the so-called trawling begins. In simpler words, the net moves at the bottom and collects shrimp. But during the catch, other marine animals can get in, so the net is separated by gratings and escape routes. Thus, large fish do not fall into the net. This whole process lasts 3 to 4 hours, after which the net, which weighs from 6 to 11 tons, is unloaded onto the ship. The sorting begins. The shrimp is placed into boxes with ice so that they're fresh. In the deep-sea fishing method, special vessels are used, ice-class trawlers that are at sea for a long time. Also, such a vessel delivers already cooked shrimp to ports, which makes for high-quality goods. In such a vessel that's constantly at sea, fishing nets are constantly open at 70 meters from the side. Special sensors read information about the distance traveled, the bottom level, and the number of shrimp in the net. If the net sinks to the bottom, the sensor reacts and adjusts the length. Filling the nets with shrimp lasts from 5 hours, and after catching, it rises to the deck. The shrimp are then put into a seawater tank to keep fresh. The conveyor sorts shrimp from fish, and workers sort from foreign objects, stones and algae. After sorting, evaluation is carried out. If the shrimp are huge, the price will be high, and the fishermen will get good pay. Small shrimps are sorted separately from the large ones. The catch is packed and weighed still raw. After labeling, they're frozen to -18 degrees Celsius, and after freezing, they're packed in cardboard boxes. Another type of cooked shrimp is made in such a way that before packaging, the shrimp are placed in hot boiling water for 5 minutes, after which they're packaged. One such vessel earns up to $1 million by delivering the products to the port of Europe and Asia. Was it interesting to learn something new, or did you already know everything about shrimp? Write in the comments.